Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Ellie. Welcome back to another video. We're so back. I can't believe I'm making this many videos like one after another, but here we are. Today's video, I just wanted to talk about speaking to people and talking basically to strangers because it's something I've been kind of doing a lot more now that I'm an adult. If you ask teenage me about just making a friend at a coffee shop and like chatting for half hour, I would have been like, no, I would never do that. I'm too awkward. But I guess I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people, especially in this like community and in the online space, we've all got the same anxieties. We're all very socially anxious, I guess. I'm an extremely socially anxious person, but I've been managing to just be social, I guess. And yeah, I just wanted to make a video to be like, it's not that bad. It's scary, but it's not that bad. Like once you do it, you feel great. So I guess I'm just gonna share some stories that I've had fairly recently, or pretty much in the last year. When I was on my way back from uni one day, I sat on the train, typical travel, just put my headphones in or whatever. I sat next to someone who had their laptop out and they were doing work, and they closed one of their tabs, and I noticed their background was The Last of Us. It was like a screenshot of The Last of Us. So I said to them, they looked around my age, and I was like, oh my God, I love The Last of Us. It's like my favorite game. And literally ended up talking to them the whole train journey back. And I hope they didn't seem annoyed. I do worry, like, I guess I'll say this, like, I do worry, like, am I stepping out of line or anything? But you know, what can you do? Like, either you annoy them and they forget about it by the next day, or they really enjoy that too, you know? But yeah, we spoke for the whole train journey. It was just super nice, and I remember getting off the train and thinking, wow, I didn't get that like any contact details either. It was just very much just spur of the moment, have a conversation with a stranger and then never see them again, you know? And like, I think it's really sweet and really just leaves an impact, I guess, on me at least. Another time, well, literally last week on my birthday, I walked into a coffee shop and there was no tables, and a lovely lady just offered her seat like next to her. She said, oh, if you want, you can sit next to me. I was like thinking to myself, like, no. But then I thought, you know what? Yeah, I will. I will sit next to you. So I was like, okay, sure, if you don't mind. And I had my DS and I got my DS out. I was like, I hope you don't mind. I'm being a loser. Like, I'm shiny hunting. So, or I said like, I hope you don't mind. I've got my DS. I just came to get coffee and play Pokemon. She was like, oh my God, I love Pokemon. So we spoke about Pokemon. And we spoke for a good half hour before she left. And yeah, it's just so easy to just talk to people. It's so hard. Don't get me wrong. It's so hard before you're speaking. But once you're talking, it's so good. And like, sorry, this is so sporadic a word? Is sporadic a word? I think it's a word. So sporadic. It's so all over the place. Yeah, I'm just kind of spilling out stories. I went to see Ethel Cain play a show in London on the weekend. I'm stood in the queue. I went alone because I went to London with my brother, but he didn't have a ticket to see Ethel Cain. I originally was going to have a solo trip, but he came and joined me. So he just went in. He had a friend that lived in London, so he went to see him while I was at the show. But yeah, when I was in the queue, I just got talking to people. Like, it was a long queue. It literally took like 45 minutes. I got there at the time doors opened at 7. I didn't get into the venue until 7:45 because I just didn't realize the queue would be so long. But it was great because I just got to the back of the queue. I was really far back, and I was seated anyway, so I didn't have to worry about like getting a good spot in the standing area. Like, I had my designated seat. And yeah, in the queue, I just got chatting to people next to me, and it was so lovely. We were just talking about the album, talking about other artists that we liked. And yeah, it was a group of people, and then like these two other guys I spoke to, and we spoke about Pokemon again. I think you don't realize you actually have a lot more in common with people than you kind of expect, I guess. And like I said, like with the other people, like I didn't get their contact details either. Like, I guess some people would think, like, oh, get their Instagram or get their Snapchat or anything, or a phone number, I guess. But I was kind of like, I'm not gonna see these people again, and I could get their contact details or like their follow them on Instagram. But I kind of like the idea that it was just a moment in time, you know, like I can look back and be like, I've never spoken to that person again, but in that moment we had a lovely conversation. And yeah, I don't know, something really nice in my mind about that, I guess. And then yeah, after the Ethel Kane show, sorry, going back to that topic, I walked out the venue on my own, and I saw two of the people that I was talking to just stood outside, and I was like, oh my god, hi, how do you enjoy the show? And we spoke again, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to get the bus, I got to get back to my hotel. And they were like, oh, we're going McDonald's, and then we're driving. And I was like, oh well, McDonald's is on my way to the bus stop, so I'll go with you. And yeah, we walked together and then departed. And yeah, it was just so nice. And I guess I just want to encourage, the point of this video is just to encourage people, like, it's not that bad. It's scary, don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad. And you'll make great memories, and you'll think to yourself, wow, like I would never imagine I'd do that, but you've done it. At least that's how I feel. Anyways, that's about it. I'm rambling on now, making the same point over and over. As usual, typical Ellie. But yeah, make sure if you like this video, leave a like and comment down below any experiences you've had. If you've spoken to a stranger and like had a good conversation. I've got a Discord server in the description too if you guys want to join that and want to hang out. We talk a lot about movies and video games, and my Spotify playlist is also in the description if you want to go give that a follow. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.